Joining me now is visiting fellow at the Heritage Foundation and retired U.S. Marine Corps Colonel Mike Jernigan and former Executive Director of Iranian Americans for Liberty, CEO of Henry Public Relations, Bryan Leib. Great to have you gentlemen this afternoon. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is visiting the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain to reassure Gulf allies about the preliminary U.S.-Iran Memorandum of Understanding. Now, these countries were targeted by Iranian attacks during the conflict. He and President Trump have emphasized that there will be no tolls in the Strait of Hormuz, while Iran pushes for control of the waterway. Colonel, I'll start with you first here. Your reaction to this visit and what we're seeing unfold and play out in the UAE.
I think this is a great visit, Krisha. I think that have Secretary Rubio go to our partners in the region and kind of explain what's going on and explain some things that are not going to be seen in the media, what the true red lines are and what happens next. But as you noted and in that graphic, all the countries around Iran have been struck by drones and missiles from Iran and destroyed, damaged 9 ports, 6 oil fields, things like that. So, and interestingly, all of those countries bought U.S. weapons that defended them against all of those attacks. So they have a strong partnership with the United States. And they have a reason to have bought those weapons decades ago. And so they're going to want reassurances that Iran is not going to restart up its random violence against its neighbors.
Iran again said it would close the Strait of Hormuz in response to continued fighting between Israel and Hezbollah, and we've seen this unfold. In terms of Israel's defense minister, they said Israel will remain in southern Lebanon along with Hezbollah, that they are posing a threat. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio was asked about Israel and Lebanon this afternoon. Let's take a listen.
I think the Israelis have been clear. They don't have any quarrels with the Lebanese people. They don't have any claims on the territory of Lebanon. The reason why they're involved there is because the territory of Lebanon is being used to launch drones and missiles against Israel. But the more of that area the Lebanese armed forces is able to secure, the less of it's in Hezbollah's control, the less Israel will be in Lebanon. But obviously that's the process we're working through right now with these talks.
Yeah, Bryan, do you see that happening? Will Israel pull back if the Lebanese can secure territory?
Hey, listen, it's a great question, and I'm so glad we're having this conversation. I mean, the Lebanese government, I don't think, is at a point right now where they can take on Hezbollah on their own. But thank God they have a ready, willing, and able partner in Israel that's ready to fight this fight with them against Hezbollah. And I think that's really just such a magic sauce here, let's say. For the first time ever, Krisha, you have the Israeli government and the Lebanese government that are working together, speaking in one voice, condemning the Islamic Republic of Iran, and also condemning Hezbollah still being inside of the country. So I think these two countries working together really for the first time in decades is going to get a result in the region where Hezbollah is going to be seriously degraded. So I don't see the Israelis backing off anytime soon. In fact, I think they're probably going to get even more entrenched because they know that they have a willing partner in Lebanon now to finally eradicate Hezbollah.
Colonel, Israel and Lebanon are in the 5th round of talks trying to push out Hezbollah while strikes continue between the two countries. Do you think anything substantial comes out of these talks if Hezbollah, though, is vowing to keep fighting?
Yeah, I think what's going to substantially come out of these talks is that Israel, the United States, the world has to sever Iran's use of funding and employing proxies. And Hezbollah is a good example. So until we cut out their funding and cut out their support, Hezbollah is going to continue to fight for its existence. And then by definition, the Israelis have self-defense rights to be able to say, stop shooting our people and bombing our schools. So as a 30-year Marine, any conversation that stops fighting, even temporarily, is good. So I am hopeful, but not optimistic.
Turning to this, the multinational intelligence alliance Five Eyes issued a joint warning that AI-powered cyber attacks from adversaries like China, Russia, and North Korea could develop to the point of overwhelming Western governments and businesses within months. They urge rapid adoption of AI-based defenses, noting that while the West currently holds an edge, AI is transforming cyber offense and defense. We know Iranian groups claim several cyber attacks during the war. So, Bryan, how critical is it for the U.S. to prepare for this type of attack?
Well, the good answer is I think that we are prepared for it, and we definitely have quite a bit of resources to be able to push back against this. But, Christian, you're exactly correct. I mean, it is very much the axis of Iran, Russia, and China that are going to be, pushing forward with these cyber attacks, trying to hurt American infrastructure and hurt our data centers and other cybersecurity things. But again, I think we're ready for the challenge. When you stack up, our infrastructure and our defense systems against any other country, they can't really get close. So there might be some hiccups along the way, some kind of isolated things, and I think we saw some of that happen recently. But we were able to bounce back very quickly, and I think we're in very good shape.
All right, Colonel, your reaction to this as well. Do you think that the United States is prepared for any attacks coming our way, especially from Iran, cybersecurity-wise?
Yeah, I agree with my colleague. Every single day, the United States and its military and its government is attacked by cyber. All AI is going to do is make it faster and more efficient and cheaper. And so, as he was noting, we already have defenses in place. We have people that stand watch 24 hours a day on the digital borders of the United States. So, yes, we are prepared for attack. Yes, it is dangerous. And yes, we need to remain vigilant. But yes, the United States military and the government has the capability and the training to defend against these types of attacks.
Okay, that's good news for once. You guys are quelling some of my fears as to what's unfolding before us. Colonel Mike Jernigan and Bryan Leib, as always, thank you for